Okay, hold on.
Hey, it's Sonny, and I'm here with another Sonny's Piano video tour for you today. And today we're featuring this spectacular Steinway. This is an OR. This is a Steinway O with a player system, a working player system attached to it. And this piano was totally rebuilt about 25 years ago. They put on new pin block, new strings, new dampers, new hammers and shanks, and a beautiful satin walnut finish on this. Original ivory keys, regulated. And we just got this player system working. The player system was also rebuilt about 15 years ago. Came here, was working a little bit, called in my friend Bill McGuire, piano tuner extraordinaire, especially when it comes to these player systems. But Bill does a little of everything, but the player systems are his forte. And we're going to have an interview with Bill in just a moment. He's going to tell us about this player system and how it works, and a little bit about the history and all that jazz. So, but meanwhile, just as a quick demo on this piano, this is a great playing piano. It's a Steinway O. This is 6'4". Regular O is 5'10.5", but with the extra player system here, it makes it a little bigger. Mid-range. Highs. 1926, the golden age of pianos for Steinway. Big bass. Just as a piano, this is a great playing piano. Nice big sound. It's a Steinway Model O, rebuilt. Yep, and now we're going to have the demonstration of the player system with my friend Bill McGuire. Here we go. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, it's Sonny with another Sonny's Piano video tour for you today. And today we're featuring a spectacular Steinway Duo Art, originally made in 1926. And but rebuilt maybe about 15 years ago. They put on a new pins, new strings, new pin block, new hammers, new dampers, new bridge caps, and in addition to that, they rebuilt the player system. And this young man to my side here is an old friend of mine, Bill McGuire, and he's a RPT technician here on Long Island. And I've known Bill for 30 years. And Bill is kind of like he is the player piano guy. And he when this came in and needed a little tweaking, and Bill spent a couple of days and he's got it running great. And so I'm going to be asking Bill some information on this because this is his area of expertise. And he's going to shed some light on exactly a little bit of the history and how this works. So, Bill McGuire.
Yes. Back in the day, they had these sophisticated recording pianos, and they would have the best pianists of the day would sign to the different companies, and this was Aeolian, and this was Duo Art that they put in the Steinway. And they could record exactly how the pianist played the piano with all the expression, all the nuance, and everything. And this is what's called a reproducing player piano, which means it plays with all this expression and nuance and that all these great pianists played with. And these holes in the paper, basically what that is coding that tells the piano how to play the song. Now, the holes in the middle are the notes, and on the ends, this is the expression coding over here, which means it could change volume levels, dynamics, and it could also play the pedals automatically. So it's just amazing when you consider this is a 96-year-old piano, the technology and what it can do.
So all these knobs, what's all this? And then maybe you could show us how to put it in. And you know, it's so funny. You know, even way back when, code. You know, today everything with computers is all code, and here it's like the predecessor of code. And yeah, so and this comes with a lot of different rolls. Usually these rolls would last for about 5 minutes. Some of them maybe a little longer. And but this technology was before they had although this has the electrical, before they had the computer technology with what they use for the player systems today. You know, they had this. So so tell me a little bit about how this works. So maybe you could show us, maybe roll this up, put it back in and everything.
Okay, so this is the play re-roll lever. So I'm going to put this in the re-roll position, turn the motor on, let it rewind. And you can see it shuts off automatically when it gets to the end of the roll. It also has a repeat switch. If I put the repeat in the on position, it will play the song over again.
Oh, really?
But,
So you can leave one of these paper rolls on and it'll
Yes.
just keep on repeating?
yeah,
Oh,
so
that's great. So show everybody what it looks like at home.
so this is the player piano roll right here. And the way you install it is push it, hook it up underneath, and then you gotta start it a little bit by hand. Put it in the play position. Turn the switch on.
So the mechanism that runs all this is all pneumatics and air, right?
Yeah, it has a speed control also. This is fast, and then it doesn't move at all, and everything in between. Yeah. So yeah, what it is, it's a pneumatic mechanical device, which means that it manipulates air pressure to make mechanical motions to make the various components in the system work. It has a pump which creates lower air pressure, and it uses also the higher air pressure on the outside to make all these different components do what they do. For example, the thing that turns the roll, or the things that play the notes. That's all pneumatic mechanical actuated.
And so of course this plays as a regular piano too. I mean, and I failed to mention earlier that this is an OR, so this is actually would be a Steinway Model O plus the mechanism. So they call this an OR, versus they have XR, which is the Steinway M, that has the player system added to it, and then also the AR, and that is the same thing as Steinway A with the player mechanism added to it. Now, these player pianos have a very bad rap because people think that because they have the extra 6 inches here that it's added to the piano to install this, that the piano doesn't play like a real Steinway. But this is a absolute real Steinway O from 1926, the golden age, that was rebuilt. It sounds and plays great. And the keys are just a little longer because of the addition of the player system. So a lot of people feel that it's not as responsive, but I've had very fine classical pianists sit down at one of these and just be saying, you know, that there's no difference.
I agree. There is a lot of an unfair bias, and you also look at 85-note pianos that technicians and pianists just
Yeah, well, that's another thing. The 85-note
thing.
piano has a bad rap as well, along with the players. I don't know where this stuff gets rolling from, but at one point, all pianos had 85 keys and less. And at one point, I guess in the 1880s, 1890s, I guess one of the companies added the extra 3 keys, and then all of a sudden everybody did. But when you think about it, you want to just play the last three notes. So I've had pianos delivered to people who aren't familiar with pianos before, and they'll call me up and go, "Sonny, the top three notes don't work." And I go, "What do you mean?" They go plink, 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 and I go, "Yeah." They go plink, plink, plink. And there aren't that many classical musical pieces that even are written to use those last three notes. I know the Cacciatorian is one, but it's just a bad rap because the piano, an 85-note Steinway is identical to an 88-note, except that it's got three less keys on the end.
People like what they're used to. If they're used to an 88-key piano, the patterns look different. They're not used to it.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And also with the player piano, the technicians are just not used to the keys being longer. But it's essentially the same thing.